I'm looking at this juicy flank and I'm about to make a mistake. Our keen audience should be able to spot it. What did I took too long and this is too shallow of a glance. I'm seeing about 6 people.
There's
and I'm
more.
like, cool. Spoiler alert. There are more.
You didn't look hard enough to the right. Did you?
That was just a very, very shallow glance. And uh-oh.
There they are. There they are.
Let's see it again. So now I'm like, I just saw a few arrows because we saw some Shadow Warriors. And now I'm getting, hey, look. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to the Warcamp Broadcast, where we talk about all things Return to Reckoning. We release a new episode every Friday. I'm Surgic.
And I'm Bank.
And today we're talking about Warband stuff. We're going to start by introducing the things that you need to know for our upcoming series, where we're going to talk about all the things that you need to in order to lead a warband.
That's right. We are very excited to bring you a special episode. As you notice, the footage right here is not currently moving. We're going to break down a warband that I led, my thoughts, how to go about it. We will start by building a lexicon together so that our future warband episodes will land a little bit better, and we can refer to concepts and things that you've seen here. We're incredibly excited. Before we dive into this is going to be a very, very fun episode. We want to thank you for all of the support that we've seen so far. Week over week, it feels like we're getting more and more comments. It means so much to us. The goal of this, podcast in its entirety is for the community. So please, and thank you for the encouragement so far. Thank you for the support. Keep doing the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. But it's meant a lot to the both of us to see having some impact on the community.
Yes, the community's support has been overwhelmingly positive.
Supportive.
Yeah, I was going to say supportive.
And so we've been teasing the Warband episodes for a while now. And Serge and I have been talking about how to best approach this. And we thought that firsthand footage of this is a good way. I will take you through my thoughts, the engagements. What you're going to see today is we'll get to be a full organized warband on Discord. We don't have the Discord recordings here. It does get spicy sometimes. I will be talking about the call outs, the thought process, what I'm doing, the movements, looking for fights, setting things up, setting up your groups, type of call outs that I like to do, things that I've been waiting for, morale drops and things like that. You will see these things live. We have a mix of quick, extended engagements, wins and losses across the night. And I'm just really, really happy to be taking you all through this. We have, two perspectives here, which are I think are very important. I'm going to also mention that other people in the warband help me with calling things out. In future episodes, we're going to talk about that. Having somebody to help you out is a big deal. Helps a lot. But again, the goal here is to at least set ourselves up, make sure that we're all talking the same language when we talk about warbands and warband leading, and to show some of these things that we've been talking about live. Serge, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Ooh, tough line. I love it. I love it. Okay. So we'll be freezing the footage. We'll be going over it. Let's jump in. So our heroes are starting out here. As you see, I don't have a full warband. We're still at the Warcamp. I do like to join a lake pretty early to see the effect on the AAO. If you look on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll notice Prague is at 20% Destro AAO. And so that is a very good time for forming. I have some of the who's who of Destro and DPS. We're trying to form to 24. As always, support roles, tanks and healers are hardest to come by. Talking to people, I'm having other people recruit across their guilds or things like that. This is, in majority, a Goblin Workers Union band. but all are welcome and all are here. We have many from the Alliance, from Region, from other things. You'll notice one of the things strewn across the footage is that oftentimes I'm going to be referring back to the map. What the map shows me, I'm just going to keep moving it forward a little bit as we form. I'm looking for a tank here desperately because now I've got more DPS than I've got tanks. What the map is going to show me is where have recent engagements happened. So now, okay, we are finally moving. So I called movement. The way that I like to do it is simply let people know where we're going to go, call it out in advance. If you look at the mini map on the bottom here, you'll notice that we're kind of strung out. If we were to take a fight right now, that would be bad news bears. I call out in this particular case, I'm calling out we're moving to Martyr Square, MS, and we're moving in 3, 2, 1, and off we go into movement. It gives my tanks to get a chance to get ahead of me. You'll notice Adonai, Dung, and others are ahead of me here. These are good tanks, good positioning. We've got Stompins right behind me. He's our knock. We've got Steel Rekka, Steel Basher here running a small man group. And I believe we've got somebody else forming a group in the zone. That just gives you the lay of the land, the zone that we're in. These are important things. Yeah.
You mentioned that you call out moving in 3, 2, 1. When do you expect to see your tanks start to move?
Ideally, before that, the moment I start the countdown, it's okay for the tanks to get ahead. In this particular warband, we're very organized, and these are all highly performing players. They're not going to die. They're not going to die from 2 GCDs, and they can form a line. They can set up fights. You're going to see this happen live and in practice as it goes. I know Adonai, I know Kate like to get ahead because they're blackguards. They play the punt game. Tons of fun to be had here. We're going to get into an engage fairly early. So here we're going to scout out Martyr Square. Well, a couple of things you'll notice is I try to keep my camera fairly high. Try to see as far as I can, but not too high because oftentimes I'll need to tilt it down in battles. Okay, here we go. We've got a small group to the right. We've got many. I've got 3 groups and only 5 tanks with a 2 DPS fully unguarded. I know Tramadol's an excellent player. He's away from us right now, too far. But Tramadol's an excellent player. He might survive without a guard and still put out decent numbers. But ideally, we need him guarded. Let's see. I'm going to back off of this. You see my markers come up there. I know the strong players. This is an organized warband. We don't want none of that. We don't want none of that heat. We've got a small man supporting us. We've got probably not enough numbers, but you see, there we go. There goes my blackguards looking for those punts. Getting them.
Why don't you want to engage that?
Great question. Perfect. They're in a bad position right now. They are wanting us to engage on them. Being on the BO is a very bad place because you can be attacked and you'll have trouble with these fences, but ranged from down here can go ahead and attack up to BO. And the funnel here is not to your advantage because us coming up on the ramp, no LOS problems. Them going down on the ramp, huge LOS problems. Big mistake to be there. But this isn't a mistake. They're baiting us. They want us to attack. Let's see. Okay, we've got small man coming up there. Potential pressure. I don't want to die.
No. Why do you say they're baiting you?
Well, right now so I know that Mercy forms before me. So they've been in this zone. They've been dominating. In fact, look at the kill feed to the top left. All blue. Order is currently dominating the zone. Look at on the right, look at the state of the realm. They've got 3 BOs. Now we're out leveling them, but they're certainly making a push. They're not up on that BO to pick up boxes. They're not going to run boxes, right? This is an organized warband. They're here to kill. And so them being here, they're potentially purposely, I don't know what's going through Mercy's mind right now, but potentially purposely putting them in a bad position because if we attack, we're going to lose. Or so he thinks. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's see. So a little bit of movement. I'm still talking to people and trying to coordinate. We've got some hungry people for a fight, and I'm still fixing groups. Here we go.
This is where having a warband assistant comes into play.
Oh, absolutely. Now a ton. I have a. There they go. They're coming off the point here. Oh, okay, perfect. Now let's look at the positioning right here. We're not going to go as heavily on this. I've got two very good tanks up front. Dung is in my party. He's ahead. Adnai is here. I see Howling is here. Very, very good players. I've got Destro behind me. I've got a healer right here. Let's see how this plays out. I'm also looking at the mini map here. We're very well positioned. We got a nice line in the back. That means my DPS are near. My tanks are ready to go. I'm also spotting Gudgy here on his Sork. There you go. And I'm turning it around. Uh-oh. This small man just got annihilated. This small man just got annihilated. You remember it earlier? They went up. Remember here? They went up. Now they're gone. The push happened. They have either backed off or have gotten destroyed. I'm seeing Legion's Shadow Warrior, who's like one of the top killers on the server right now. Okay, so now we're backing off. I never get. How do I always get stunned from so far away? This drives me crazy. So I have my CCs up. I was trying to run, stunned, snared. This is gonna hurt. So we're in a bad position. We stayed there way too long. I've got two healers instantly dead, one healer disconnected. It ain't looking good. And group one is slammed. I'm at good HP. I'm Warband lead. I'm getting a lot of heals. Bouncy's in a very interesting flanking position. If we were in a better spot, we could counter, but we can't. Look at this. Whew. So you'll see me oftentimes flicking back my camera just to see what the situation is. So now, whereas Dung was in a good position earlier, he's done. He's dung. He's got no HP. He's in the middle of them. They've got his back. Adnai, Snuff, Howling are all in trouble. I think I'm going to die here too. Trauma's taking some damage. He doesn't have a guard. They're very close to him now. I've got a tank and a DPS here, and hopefully my healers are getting out. But I've got two out of my online 6 healers are dead. All right, we're trying to run off. Now, the strategy here becomes to recover. We want to pull them back, especially beyond this corner, block some LOS, force them to come in, get closer to Warcamp, and anyone who overextends, we eat them, and we start pushing back. And you're going to see that happen a few times throughout the night. So let's let this play out. For a second, you see I'm flicking back again. And now I know, like, we just need to get out. Way too many deaths. We've lost morales. If you're looking around at the group, Trauma's got morale 2. Good job. Morale 1 for Stompin'. Morale 1 for Giga. Morale 2 for Bez. But no more than that. We don't have anything serious. Now, these people, dead men walking, right? They've now overextended. I have my little morale dispenser right down here with the NG puddle. And now they are alone. They're getting punted. There's nothing, right? I'm going to, of course, aim for a healer that I can't seem to target. Oh, it's because I was CC'd or something. And here's the pushback. Everyone behind me is already dead. I've trust my DPS. And now all of a sudden, look how the situation is different. Now, too many people are far away. We're starting to build morales. They definitely have morales. They're super hot. So we can't necessarily big push into this, but we clear up. Also remember, pulling tanks, hunting tanks, killing tanks, really good because they build morale 4 very quickly. It's very dangerous. You'll see a lot of examples of that. I'm showing I have hold the line 2 times stacked on me. I'm ready to go. I know that Dung is coming back. We haven't used Wiesbigger. Okay. Now, you see the difference between now, when they were coming in, they were a very tight force. Now, all of a sudden, look how spread out they are. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. So my thought right now is I see an attack to the right side. I see my guys are approaching. I'm going to be missing 2. My healer's back, invited. Now is a good time for Wiesbigger. Hit this or hit the right side. There's a healer here. So this is a NC. And so I started a channel from the side. Try to be flanking. Avoid those blocks, parries if you can. I get punted almost immediately. It's good play. Good play. But now, look, we've got a U around them. They don't have many people here. They've taken a little bit of damage, but it's not that big of a deal. So, but I'm not done. We've got more, and we've got pretty nasty DPS. And now the situation's just flipped completely. We have morale 2s, 4 of them. We have a tank close to 4. And we have people stacked and damaged at the front. With not that many, like if it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there's about the same number of us than them. And now we can take this fight. You see orders moving around in the back. Now we've got a nice little stack here. This is a perfect channel opportunity. They're getting knocked. I called the knock. And you saw the disastrous cascade. I've got all my DPS, Fury, Ralu, Loose. All of them are here. We just put a massive damage. You saw the deaths come in. So now they're immediately on the back foot. Unless they res very, very quickly, they can't recover. But damage is still going out. Channels are still going out. I get my second Bring It On. And now the fight is over. Now the fight is over.
If we go back and look at where things started to go wrong for the opposition, it was when they overextended, pushing your warband back. So that was the turning point.
Correct.
Overextension, even by a little bit, completely changes the outcome. They could have not overextended and all been together. If they were following their warband leaders, they would have been tighter together and they would have been able to counter push your counter push. But at this point, they lost too many of their tanks, maybe a couple of healers and DPS in this. They were trying to run you guys down. They got a little overzealous and they paid the price.
And I mean, this just gives us, you're right. This gives us morales, and this isn't a little overextended. Look at this. And the worst part is like we can leapfrog. We can get morales from them as we move back into the main band. And that's what happened. All of a sudden we had morale 2s coming up there. Excellent comment. So we're gonna run them down here. And that's it. So a little bit of get to the chopper, all the good stuff. Okay, so I'm not big on just trying to squeeze out every kill. We've won the fight. Let's move to the next fight is the idea. So I'm going to call for a getting mounted again. I'm oftentimes looking to get a couple of buffs here. So I'm just goofing off, kind of going up on the point. I will show you all. When I cap MS specifically, I like to do it from here. The reason why is this gives me a view into their Warcamp from the Chapter 19 exit up there and Riverside if I turn around behind me. This is a lot more visibility, and like I said, being on the point is kind of a death sentence, and it makes you easier to flank. Here I have 2 fallback positions, one through the alleys that are a great funnel, 2 is to run straight to our Warcamp. This gives me potential. So you'll always see me popping up my map looking. Now, the good thing about getting bloodied this way is that anyone else in the zone all of a sudden might be like, hey, I might want to follow these guys, right? I already know Steel. He's a great team player. He's going to do good things in supporting Zoo as well as there. Like, we've got a lot of good players supporting in a small man. We want to keep our movements consistent, clear, so that they could follow along with us as well. And I'm calling out my movements using Warband lead helper here. So just call the movement to KA. I don't expect any action at KA at this point since we just wiped them. All I want is to pick up a little bit of buff, make sure my Warband's together. You see I'm picking up people here. So we're going to keep moving. There was just some small man there. I'm not often jumping on people 1v24. But if I suspect that there's a fight in the next few seconds, I will, just to start building those morales, right? You see the zone now is splitting a little bit. I have my friend's window open, and it's hiding the total amount of kills. Since joining, we're 7 kills behind or 8 kills behind in Prague now. You see people are getting killed. Now, okay. What we saw here, coming back to MS, should probably talk about it instead of talking about my setup. You'll see the Warband move. There you go. Up there is a potential funnel. If we can hit that funnel early, I was thinking to myself, great. I saw Adnai run up here. You should see the landmine. Let a tank explode it. Not that CCs are shorter on them, but just not everyone gets CC'd. And now we move in. And so I thought they would be nearer here. So I was kind of prepping for a fight. There we go. And they were hitting pugs, as you see from the kill feed. And watch. So very strong position to fight from. We can hit through the gates here, but they're running. These are low levels. These now become our morale, jump off point. I don't need to call much here. It's just kind of like kill them at will. These are low levels. They're no threat. Obviously, there's very few people here. They're not a real threat with us. And now you're gonna get to see a very fun fight. Okay, they're here. I'm hungry. I've got the full-on chop of brain at this point. It's real and it happens, and I know they're standing right there. I'm asking our Mara stomping box to be close to me and get ready for a knock, and let's play it out. So here I'm knocking. Movement is spoken. You see the Wiesbigger come out proactively from dung. You see on the timer here. That means we're moving faster. We need to catch up to them, and here we go. Now, the reaction, this is an organized warband we're fighting. The reaction is perfect. They're not going to let us just push them. They're immediately pushing back, and they want to go for a healer line. This is the smartest move. Their heal line is all over here. You see it? They are stacked. This is bad news, bears. We always tell you not to stack. Don't stack like that, because watch what's going to happen. First, we put a massive pressure on the front. I haven't channeled yet. We're just getting hot, and off we go. And I'm hitting some of these guys, and they're dying. And now they're moving up, which is another mistake, because we can take this. Group 3 is going to struggle all night. Spoiler alert. But Group 3 is down, but they're low. Bombling is bombing the crap out of this area. They're very low. Their healers now cannot move. So, okay, here's another way. You can lock healers down without ever knocking them or silencing them. With the look at their HP bars. Do you think these healers can move right now? Of course not. Look what Pincus is. He's right in the middle of them, and stomping just knocked them. They can't move. They gotta cast their best heals if they want to have the slightest shot of surviving this. So they are in effect CC'd. They can't move. Now the fight has gone on. Watch. Wiesbigger is ending. Oppression is starting. This is the sign that you've got two amazing tanks in your party. The healers just got knocked. Anyone here that was about to get a heal is not going to. They're going to die. We're going to go right into this healer 9 as the perfect knock happens. And our cooldowns are coming off, and the fight is over. But the fight is not over, because we've got another warband coming. We're a 12-man at this. Let's call it a 18-man at this point. There's a whole. It's probably not a full warband, but there's definitely more than us here. Serge, do you think they have a chance against us?
Well, I can't see what your current morales are, but you guys are hot. You haven't burned any morales yet. So with 2, 4, 6, 7 DPS, and if you have any tanks that are running DPS morale 2s as well, that's bad news bears for a cold warband pushing into somebody that just wiped a warband, even if you're only an 18-man. But I want to say something about their positioning. It seems like they just got finished mopping up a group. Right. So they were not necessarily poorly positioned for the group that they were fighting. They didn't know that you were behind them until it was too late. So their positioning wasn't wrong for the original engagement, but their healer line, you said they were not positioned right for that, for your engagement. That's not necessarily their fault, but it would take a much higher level of play to consider the fact that they could be hit from any side at this point.
That's right. And I think ultimately, this is a really, really good point you're making. I think ultimately, like the healers in here, I mean, let's look at it. We're hitting here. This is the healer line, and they're going to move up. That's the worst part, is they're going to move up. The whole idea is to spread out and make a giant arc here so that we can't do what ultimately we're going to do in this fight. So now you see, I can't get to the healer line. This is pushing too hard. And so, as I mentioned, the way to CC them at this point is to lock them down with damage dealt to the front line. They can't move. they got to expend all their resources, their hard casts. And now look, Pincus is still bothering them. Okay. And once the time comes, like, look, they're all just, oh, look at, this is a mistake. This is a positioning mistake. They're all right there.
They got
Abandoned Name
flanked.
is one of the best healers on the servers. Absolutely
Yeah, they got
insane.
flanked, and they weren't. I don't think they were expecting it, and that's not
Yeah.
anybody's fault. You know what I mean?
So juicy here. So juicy. They reacted as quickly as they could. Like, honestly, the group 3 folding here could have been it. But they're low, their healers are stuck, and Pincus is putting his auras, putting his damage. And this is a Stompin' classic. He's making this arc over here as I'm flying. He's in there. These folks are doomed. So great point. Now, luckily, these new folks coming in, they're coming in a way that is perfect for us. Our heal line's in the back. Our tanks are ready to go to the front.
Yeah.
They're gonna hesitate. They're gonna
You guys
hesitate.
were set up already.
Yeah, that's it.
You just pushed out a warband after they got done with an engagement, and now you had another warband hit you that was cold, and you have your group 3 recovering, and you're, like I said, I can't see how much morales you guys have, but I'm gonna assume that you guys are hot. You're ready to
Everyone is stacked out. All DPS now have morale too. Okay, and it's a good time to talk about it. What I'm thinking, I'm always thinking of the morales. Where are we at? Where are they at? And I did in that fight. The moment I saw that Pincus and Stompin' headed for the opportunity, I asked to hold morales. Now the advantage is, like, if something serious hits us, likely is that Bez will have M4. And that we'll be able to put up a serious counter with that kind of situation. Here, like, we're already on the early channel. I want to scare them off, and it's working because they're backing off. They're in no position. I've got Kate in front here, amazing BG, disrupting them, punting them back. By the way, I owe Coxie, you're on the top of my friends list right there. I owe you a shout out. Coxie was one of the amazing healers in the Warband. But let's just resume the footage. I think here it'll speak for itself. They are trying to slow us down with puddles. There's still very minimal cleanup here left. Again, so Abandoned Name is a very good healer. Can't leave him too long without pressure. You got to be smart about that. So we're gonna clear up instead of chasing. We got our hits, and Destro showed up. You'll notice I have enemy markers up on certain people who I want to keep. I'm also checking in to see who are the other leaders. I've talked about this before. We know Steel is there. Somebody else is forming, and you'll see. So another thing here, I'm not a big Warcamp pusher. I will push out these alleyways, but I'm definitely not going to stand and farm at Warcamp. It's not for me. Y'all do what you want, no judgment, but it's not for me. You'll always see me kind of go back here.
It's not fun.
And this is where it gets interesting.
It's really good crests, which is unfortunate.
It can be, and so if that's part of the incentive, again, no judgment. Y'all do what you want. So I always like to do this little. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think they need to make it to where you only get crests if you're fighting on an objective or something stupid like that. But
I don't think it's stupid. I think that I'm a big proponent in games of incentivizing rather than penalizing.
Exactly.
So instead of saying, hey, you only get crests, okay, you might get different crests, but if you're on an objective, you get, I don't know, X amount of crests more for fighting on the objective. Or the objective can only be like, it gets locked for X amount of time if your faction generates Y amount of kills. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. This is a route that I'd like to take towards Manor. It's not an aggressive route. It's just purely by Riverside. I'm often checking the stats, just making sure that, like, my top performers have what they need. Like I said, you'll see group 3 kind of struggle throughout the night. The smart move here is post Warband and Discord later on, check in with the folks that were there, see if they needed anything. Every time I'm on Manor, I offer the same explanation. The gate in the back there is the best gate in case you're getting attacked. The battle objective here, we say BO, battle objective flag, is a bad one to stand on. You can be pulled through the fences. You can be completely surrounded. Don't stick around
There's
this.
no
You
good way
think
to
it's a
get out
defensible
if you're
position?
inside.
It is not. Exactly, except for the one on the left. From like it's not good, but it's just less terrible. Here we're gonna bully a little bit. We're gonna move around again. We're still just about an 18 man. Looking for fights. Bubble, solid small man kite group. Got to be careful. We're looking for anyone. I've gotten some call outs, so I headed back to MS. They weren't there. That's fine. Laruna's a good knight, so it's hard to just kill him. We're gonna go, like, I'm looking for fights. I really want a manor fight. I don't know why they get me excited. We're gonna see some very cool fights coming up. So we're coming up. You'll notice I'm checking the alleys. Obviously, we know they're hot. It ended up being a small man. Spoiler. So I'm just jumping through the footage here. And I don't know. Am I staying here? No. Yeah. I was like, maybe build morales in case they're around the corner. Not much to do here. We can get one Warcrest. Oh, okay. So now, okay, what have we seen really? And I've been jumping through the footage. We saw them pick up MS. We went up, we couldn't find them. We saw them pick up Manor. We went down, we couldn't find them. Now we just saw Graveyard burn. And I just want to show this to you. Look at the timer on Graveyard. It is a short timer. Short timer means a lot of people. So let's go.
Well,
we're more than 30 seconds
more
out from the
than
bridge.
1 or 2 people.
More than 12.
I'm pretty sure there's a cap on it. Everybody let me know. I don't think after so many people that the timer gets any lower. I just don't know exactly
it doesn't
what
get
it
any
was.
lower to a certain point, but you know that there's enough people there, right? And we fought the organized warband. We know they're there. So, like, by process of elimination, we've gotten ahead by 4 kills in the zone. If you look at the right side, let's go. I want to tell you what's going through my mind. I'm thinking that they are going to flank us from the left side of here. So east side in front of our keep. They know we probably don't have anyone sitting keep. Right now, I'm considering having everyone use these stairs and jump over the fence and hit the east bridge. Spoiler alert, everybody, that would have been the right decision. Now, I'm coming up and you'll see me look at that left side.
Spoilers.
Nonstop. I already told everybody we're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some. That's just the way it goes. I look at the left, I'm like, okay, are they there? Are they hiding? Is there a warband in the bushes? They're not. I don't care about him. I see this guy, he was running off. Golden member, great name, dude. And I'm like, maybe they're kiting back here. They could be right beyond this hill. So I am gonna 1v24 this poor guy. Hi, everybody. They're not there. And so I'm like, this is where I should have been more alert, and I was not. So just goofing around 1v24, this poor fella still gave us 550 RP. Insane. And we're gonna go back on the flag, and I'm thinking, like, what a genius. Watch this. This is like, obviously reviewing in the footage, it seems so obvious. Remember my first thought that there is a warband to the east. I see a small group. It's Laser. Zarian. They're kiting back. The correct move, seeing this, is run away. And I'm just going to let the footage roll because it'll speak for itself.
You got hungry.
I got stupid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look, it wasn't one warband hiding. It was 2. And more. They're still coming. They're flanking on the right. There's no chance here. There's no fighting this. We put up a little bit of damage up front. I think we get a kill or 2. I can't remember. We didn't get schematics. Whatever. There's no winning this. They're like, come on. This was just the most. This is such a. They organized. This is such a setup. Set him up, knock him down. Great play by Mercy. I have no proof. I want to pretend I knew they were there. Y'all believe me or don't, it doesn't matter. I knew that they were there, and I just let myself get stupid with that. So now the situation in the lakes has shifted. We were ahead by 7 kills. We're behind by 23 kills now. Obviously, those are pretty major wipe. There's somebody else forming in the zone, and I'm trying to get more people organized. There's definitely numbers there. I don't have a full warband, and I'm still missing tanks. Pinkas had to go. Gonna keep moving it. So okay, this is why I have this open. I'm just looking. Okay, we've got somebody else, 7 people in the zone. I know that their hitting power right now is massive. The organized warband on the order side is very, very strong. They're now ahead by 28 kills. It's getting worse, right? They're coming north to come and intercept us after the respawn. We're moving out. Careful is the name of the game right here and right now in this particular situation in the lakes. We've lost the early momentum that we gained. We need to shut them down. We need a big victory. This fellow Yippee is gaining people. That's irrelevant, and we've got Steel with us. And so something bad's going to happen here. I'll show you all. Right now, we have to be cautious. We cannot take an engagement. We need a funnel, or we need something to give us to kind of tip the balance over to even when it comes to the numbers. They've got, I know the AAO doesn't look that way, but Destro tends to be a little bit more spread out. Be aware of that. Got people doing their own thing. We're still dominating the zone in terms of control, and the keep is leveling. But in terms of organized versus organized, we are at a disadvantage at this point. And so I think that the other warband leader wants to be aggressive here. And understandably, here they are coming out of the alley that I absolutely enjoy. They're going to be coming out now. So they could have been aggressive and come up Riverside, but they're going to be smart and come up by their alleys. They're giving us a chance. Now, the other warband league goes and engages. They have 9. I have now 3 solid groups. I have 20 people, so that's 29 people. They're likely in the range of about 2 warbands. That's 48 people. I have Steel Record with me, so maybe 30 something, but that's not the same hitting power. And so the decision here is not to like, I know this seems crappy, and it is, but they hit before me. Best thing I can do now is just die against their lines. They are hot. They've won that engagement in 3.5 seconds, as you noticed, because look at their number, and I gotta run off. The other warband leader was understandably not happy. Super, but pushing them, especially that. The only way this works is if I front them and somebody else flanks in this situation. So I'm just trying to give you guys the meta game and understanding the kind of strategic.
I mean, I normally I play devil's advocate, but honestly, man, they just made a bad call.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because they just didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Like you said, they just started forming. They didn't know that you just got wiped by those 2 warbands. So the information that they had available at the time was not what you had. You had better intel.
I, of course, said these things in region. Understandably, like, not everyone's gonna sit there and read region, and that's a-okay. That's a-okay. And again, now this is where you decide. Either you take your beating and you're like, okay, I should probably play better, or you can get mad. So we had a very
There's another
tiff.
Option.
We collaborated.
There's another
very
option.
Well.
There's another option. You take your beating, but you can also start to coordinate better. You don't have to just get mad. Like,
yeah.
Why didn't you push that? You know, we knew that it was 2 warbands. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I didn't know you were going to push that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a
100%.
there's a lot more communication that could have and should have happened, right? So that wasn't one person's fault. It was a combined effort.
Correct. And the off-tempo hit, if I come in there, they're already at morale 1s. Some will be able to pop it defensively. Some will build to morale 2 and NB. Besides, we even without morales, we will be target capped, and they won't. That's ultimately what's going to happen, and we're going to lose that. I just wanted to show here one last thing is now, look, all the people that they're hitting all of the way around Martyrs Square are all morale bridges for them. They're gaining morales, not losing them, and we are ice cold.
Yeah, you're in a
Ice
bad
cold.
position right now to try to engage.
That's right.
But can you take a step back? And you said that you are going to be target capped and they're not. Can you explain what that means and why?
That's right. And we've talked about this, and you've made a small correction a few episodes ago that was really interesting. When we say uncapped AoE, we mean uncapped to 24 targets where it's capped.
Yeah. So Banks Warband right now has 20 people. So if they all drop their AoE and their M2s, all 20 people are going to get hit.
Yeah.
If Banks
For all
Warband, yes, if Banks Warband hits 2 warbands with M2s or M4s, or sorry, with M2s, then
even
they're
with our
only going to be
abilities.
able, yeah, they're only going to be able to hit 24 of the 48 people. So half of the people are going to be unfazed, and his entire warband is going to be completely smashed.
Love it. Perfect time to bring this up, Serge. This is why you're such a good co-host.
Thanks.
Now, the strategists around our audience are now thinking, hey, can I use that as a strategy? Heck yeah, you can use that as a strategy, and you should. That means during pushes or when you're getting funneled, that means you can send your people and they will be target capped. The damage will be spread out. The advantage can be yours as long as you're well coordinated. So think about that form strat. Like, limitations breed creativity. They shouldn't stop your creativity. Anywho, I'm not getting off my soapbox. Okay, so our goal here is to let them cool down. We know they're super, super, super hot. We're all alive. We're all ready. I think Adna was out there getting ready for punts. But we're all ready. We're cold though. We want them to be cold. And I'm just continuously looking. Now, obviously, I'm replying in region, just trying to calm the situation down, being like, look, I'm not trying to screw you over. But like that, instead of whatever, 10 people dying, it would have been another additional 20. There's no reason to do that. Okay. You saw they moved on the back of MS. You all saw that movement. We got to be careful. I love how aggressive Steel is. He knows how to kite. He's a very good player, so I'm not as worried. I'm going to try to set up a funnel here because I'm like, uh-oh, like what are my options? I can target cap them. See this? This is a good funnel because it's such a crap zone. You can get hit from behind, or crap area, I should say. Choppa Brain immediately gets impatient, and we're gonna run off of there pretty quickly. So we didn't get a fight here. We're getting reports towards Manor. We're getting reports, like, there's a few conflicting reports because sometimes it's like, oh, Inc. MS. There's like 3 people, and you're not wrong, but you're kind of an asshole for calling it. We're like, I'm still playing near the safety of the war camp. I've now got a guard for all of my DPS, which is good. And pretty much everyone's back. Our new BG tank is running in. He's gonna have a great night. Good performer. Thank you for joining. And now I'm missing a tank in the DPS. Again, just talking through the zone. I know this takes a little minute. We'll skip through the boring parts. And now I want to go hunting for fights. So here I receive a report that they're north of K8. And I'm like, interesting. Let's go see. I don't want to get myself into KA. There's a lot of alleys there where we can be funneled. I want to stay out here. I want to get a glimpse on what's going on to the right of us. Okay. I know it seems like I'm alone, but look at the warband. We've got a lot of tail here. When we say tail, we mean, if you look at the mini map, long sea of green here going a long way.
Yeah, so this is a good time to bring up the add-on that you have that marks the warband leader with that green crown. It automatically does it for you for any party member. And if you see that green crown move, you should be right on them.
Yeah.
If you're
Better
having
yet,
a hard
when we're
time,
stalled, just /follow.
Yeah, you could do that. If you're having a
You'll
hard time
notice on my
following the
Control
warband
5
leader,
keybind on the left-hand side here, I have follow as a macro. It's so much quicker. Obviously, don't just stay on follow afterwards. Like, position and prep yourself when there's going to be fights. But that's true. And then trauma. What are you doing all the way over there? Look at that little green dot. Anywho, I know
he knows what he's doing though.
Yeah, it's not Snorlax with a small man here. Great players. We're not going to chase them. That's what they want. They're heading chapter 19 probably, or near keep. They can go through chapter 19 and reunite if anyone's behind us. So now I'm like, okay. And this other warband leader here, Yippee, I'd not seen them much before, so I went ahead and marked them now in enemy, just so I can have that little marker and see where they're at. They're moving very confidently for an area that could be very dangerous, but it turns out that it's not. Okay, there's going to be a fight here. Yeah, I want to talk about this. So we were moving around there at KA. Obviously, again, I was being probably a little too cautious, but then we get the call. They are pushing us to Warcamp. This is going to be a long, extended back and forth. It's a fight that starts off as a flank and is going to turn into a back and forth with some very solid morale drops. There's going to be a lot to do here. I'm just gonna let the footage play. We can talk as it goes, and then we'll pause it at key moments. So I just got a report. Order is pushing Warcamp. All right. Positioning. I've got, as usual, Bez, Dung, Stomp. My DPS and my tanks are right here. Healers can be a little further out. And here we go. We see it. I'm looking at this juicy flank, and I'm about to make a mistake. Our keen audience should be able to spot it. What did I took too long, and this is too shallow of a glance. I'm seeing about 6 people.
There's
and I'm
more.
like, cool. Spoiler alert. There are more.
You didn't look hard enough to the right, did you?
That was just a very, very shallow glance. And uh-oh.
There they are. There they are.
Let's see it again. So now I'm like, I just saw a few arrows because we saw some Shadow Warriors. And now I'm getting, hey, look. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 tanks here, geniuses, Man and Howling. Genius. Our only chance here is Howling and maybe a little AoE punt. We're all kind of screwed here. All right, so now's the time to a GTFO, as they say. So they're blocking our path forward. They're trying to get back. We're trying to get through. This is going to be quite the melee here. So this flank turns into an absolute mess. We get through. 2 healers are in danger. Group 1 is looking mighty good. Like I said, Group 3 struggled, not because the players in it is what it is. We got Giga. Oh, you almost made it. Giga and Chicky are down. That's 2 healers. We're hurting Snuff. Big heals are down right there. Okay, we're getting punts. Garen Spintoin, great name. Okay. But they know they've got us. They're still pushing. Yeah. We've only got 3 deaths.
They got
Chicky's
the numbers
already released. Yeah. Chicky is released. We've got 3 dead. The zone is now completely out of control with us being under by 70 kills. Let's see. Ugh, I die, lose morals. Bad news. They are far in, and this is Lazarian's group that is this far in. Bickle, I love you, but what are you doing up here? Come on, dude. Little res is me, and Laser is way too far up. And now the Choppa pulls, and the danger, and the hits. Here we go. All right. All of a sudden, the situation is different. Their front line is hurting. Some are poorly positioned, overextended. We're mostly full health in Group 1 and Group 2. Group 3 struggling. We've got Group 2 full morale 2s. Healer's got morale 2s. Bez is again, he's always sitting at high morale. This guy's so good. And now we have an opportunity.
You always have morale 4 if you never use it.
I love that. I love that. But I don't love that at all, actually.
Bizarriel's a good tank, man. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Sorry.
you can't fault Surge for his logic though, right? That was a surge of pain or a surge of insanity. Um okay, so we've got one healer here who is, I think this is the most doomed person of all time that's going in the Book of Grudges. We don't have much opportunity for a push because look at this number, but we can fish with some pulls and see if they want to come and defend these people. And if they do, and they did, this is where the mistake has already happened. See this?
We got some overextension.
It's very rare that Bombling's this far up front. I see him up here. But he's such a massive damage dealer. And they're still
It's
going.
not rare
and
for
now
him to
we're very close
push.
to Warcamp.
It's not rare for him to push. He
No,
does
it's not.
push whenever they have the advantage.
Yeah. So they've CC'd. Now look, we've got immunities out the wazoo. They've got a nice stack. Lazarian just got rezzed, but he's low HP because he's got the sickness. My res sickness is gone. I've got 2 solid groups, 3. This group is hurting. Like I said, it's going to be something we'll have to play off of all night. Ooh. Did you see that AoE punt? What was happening there? Look at these 2 frames difference. The damage was coming in hard. Notice here, the moment that damage, and they just look at damage, their damage drops and they get punted. That's a perfect punt. That was a perfect AoE punt. Saved our lives. We're all dead if he doesn't do that. Yeah, anyone who tells you never to AoE punt, you show them this clip because we're dead if that doesn't happen. Right? No further people died and they just dropped. Okay, Bez just dropped morale 4. Surge.
Yeah.
Bez just dropped
he's a good
4.
tank.
We're invincible right now, basically, and we push. Look at this beautiful stack. Close to target cap, probably pretty good. It's Tercio, very strong guild. Okay, notice the positioning. Tank. DPS are a little bit further behind. Stompin's about to do his, what is it? Ellipsis? I forget. This little curve he's going to do. He is so good at that. We take one last CC to give us immunities. They're now spread a little bit on the left. Stacked on the right here or in the middle. Let's watch. Stompin is outside as he always, and here comes the knock very shortly. And here we go. And they're like that left side pushed a little bit out of sync with the right. Did you notice?
It's 2 different warbands. It's got to be.
Correct. Yeah, Mercy's warband's on the left of us, and they push, and these guys are still walking back. And so right now, they're done. They're over. We've got Howling with an M4 just popped. That group is safe, and we're able to do damage as we fall back. And now guess what? We've got these morale 2s, and I'm calling it out. And 3, 2, and 1, and you're gonna see this happen. Here we go. A few last disables. Now everyone's got immunities. There's no knocks that are possible. It's really frontline versus frontline. This is what a Weezbiga for the channels. Love it. And damage reduction. We've got hold the line to survive their stuff. Look at, oh, okay. Primo healer move here. So now they're back. It's been 60 seconds. They're back. Look at what's happening. I'm just having a quick glance on Bombling's right up here. He's a massive damage dealer. And here it comes. Like the morale, my chat is blurred, but we've just been hit by morales. Our HP is dropping. Look at Coxie, shout out. Look at Lilith. They've got morales. We gotta, we're finishing up our channels, but they're trying to push against that, obviously. They see an opportunity. If they see these HP bars, they're gonna try and kill us, right? Look at what happens here. Boom. Everyone's back. Look at this group. Everyone's back.
that's a doc morale right there.
Yep. Siphon. This is Positioning to be in the right place, hit enough targets. Game sense. I didn't call for those morales. Did not. This is just having good players, taking the time to work with them, being consistent with your callouts as a warband leader so that they know what to expect and they can make brilliant decisions. I didn't call for the tank M4s, didn't call for the healer M2s. Now we've survived that. Guess what happens? They just drop morales. We have not. Few of the pugs are dying. We're all the way back to Warcamp. This is, as you see, this is a much greater number than what we have here. Don't worry about AO. Again, Destro has a lot of solo players, small mans. They're going to run around. They're going to do their thing. Nothing wrong with that. But at a numbers disadvantage, let me show you. There you go. Immunities are now gone. Morales are now gone. All that's left is, you know, overwhelming strength. We're pushing. You're bombling, never out of position. This guy's already. And now we're hitting the second warband that just watched us do it. They've got nothing. If they turn, they're immediately dead. We have all our morales. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy these DBs. So very tough fight. What got us through that fight was individual players making very strong heads up plays, using their abilities with their full knowledge and support of the entire warband.
Yeah, not just smashing buttons.
Very good
actually,
individual plays.
You like it started with the on the channel. It started with the AOE punt, then the tank M4, and then the doc M3 that heals everybody.
M2 siphon.
M2.
So we're looking at an engagement that lasted.
Could have easily gone bad if one of those things didn't happen.
Oh yeah. I mean, on their morale drop, both of those groups die, and that counter pushes over. There's no possibility for that. When Bez and Howling popped their M4s, without those, the groups die. There's no counter push possible. Our morales are gone, right? So it's a long build up of an extended engagement and back and forth and attempts of them dropping, us dropping, moving back and forth, a front to back fight like this. If we had tried to push the healer line at any time during those fights, they would have killed us. They would have had free reign on us. Our tanks and healers would have been even, our tanks and DPS, excuse me, would have been even more isolated. They're not target capped. They can drop full damage on that. Our healers get CC'd because ultimately they have to hard cast just to have a chance to keep people alive. But I suspect that we would have been popped like a pimple without that. And so here we can finish this engagement, and you'll notice now we were at a 70 kills deficit. We're now only 12 kills behind. That's how big of a swing that was. It's pretty massive. Okay, so now we know I'm feeling a lot stronger right now. We've got 4 good groups. All DPSs have a guard and are able to do their jobs. We're going to just move it up. Just going to do the MS thing. I use MS as a base camp. Now, I'm not going to, I'm not going to abandon the other leads again, because we can't really afford to go chasing for momentum for that long again. So we're playing the corner. We're showing ourselves we're bullying, and something very cool is going to happen here. The other leader, Yippee, oh, there we go. You see this? He's wanting to set up a flank. They see the flank. That's why they're set up over there by the alley, right? They see the flank. They see me. There's Yippee. He's setting up a flank. This is a smart move, right? Okay. I like to hold on the left side, but this is too far. Danger, 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 danger. They hit him. He's dead within seconds, and they're hot. So I'm now calling quick. Everybody form on the right side on this palisade. Form. That's what I'm yelling. Go. Shift. Tanks have to stay in front so the line doesn't crumble and we don't become porous. And look. Do you see how they're constantly stepping up? These are good players. They're constantly stepping up here on the left side, just reminding us, don't fuck with us. But we are going to. Okay, so I saw a little early, I saw Yippee move, and I saw them move there. Look at the smart heads up play by order here. Look at what's going to happen. I'm immediately calling for a push. They're going into the alley. Look at this. Neuromance. Oh, all of a sudden, CC. Right. Like quarter second before the Weezbigger comes in. Ah. But they've dropped it. They know exactly what these guys right here, they know what their job is. Slowing us down. Now, the Warband that's over there, very, very, very smart. They're turning. But they've got no chance. This is done. This fight is over. I'm looking at the kill feed. Yippie's still alive. I don't care if he's engaged or not. If they don't turn around, we killed him. If they do turn around, we killed him. So you're going to watch us kill them. We're going to take the corner just to mess with LOS and force them to come out, right? On things like this, the people coming out are at a disadvantage because I like how I'm pointing at the screen with my hands, as if you guys can see that. I don't know what to do with my hands. But the people coming out are at a disadvantage because we've got all LOS. And at some point, if they come out and turn any of the corners, they've LOS their healers and forced them into group heals or things that don't require LOS, which are often more expensive to cast or keep you standing there.
They take longer.
And they take longer unless you're a warrior priest. And that's it. They're not target capping us here. We've got some of the who's who strong Destro players. Nothing comes out of this meat grinder, of course. So now it's just a matter of controlling the callouts, making sure people aren't just channeling at will. I used Get to the Choppa a little early, so now I don't have the opportunity to get a million more kills here. We're just going to push out a little bit. This fight is done. So that was a very, very good split. Great strategy by Yippee, the other Warband leader there. He's coming out of the corner there, like, to allow us to threaten a flank is almost a surefire victory. Very, very good. Very good. And so, yeah, here you guys don't want to see this boring back and forth. My favorite thing, Purple Mist, Morales for All. This is going to be one good fight. So much respect to Order, because so we went from being 70 kills under to 30 kills over. They could have slowed down the tempo here, but very cool move that they went and just pushed out right away. We gave them the space to work camps all the way over there. This is really cool. What you're going to see here is just some easy strategy. I've accidentally hit the button in my recording that makes it go surprise, motherfucker. And you'll see that, but it was also a surprise on 4 by Bez, that it will allow us to turn this fight. So we're a little bit strung out here. It's a nice, we're not too stacked. If you look at the mini map, we're not too stacked. Healers are well behind. There's a chance here. So group 1, group 3's already got a death. That's a positioning issue. And look, boom, Morale 4 comes out. I know we're invincible now. And we can counter. Now we're going to counter on the front line first. See, surprise me. But their front line was indeed surprised. Yippee with a very good hit into the healers. And now I'm being called. What's happening here is I'm being called to say, turn, turn, turn. Mercy's on the right. The stronger Warband is on the right, so we have to come back. We have to treat. So he's obviously going to escape because he no longer has our flank open. And obviously, we're at the same morale levels. It's just that they just don't have the numbers to hurt us at this point. Yeah, not much that they can do when. So the key disadvantage that we were still hot. They had what I believe was a pug warband push us, and not to be difficult, but in only very rare situations will a pug warband be able to out-sustain an organized warband or be able to out-sustain the damage that we've put out. So no shade to anyone. It just, I guess it's a good time to talk about this, and we'll talk about it in our future episodes. But understanding what type of warband you're forming and the capacities of that warband is super important. Sergio would be the same. You wouldn't form an absolute, you wouldn't try to do a speed run world record with people that are fresh 40s. Not to say that they're fresh 40s, just the level of organization, will matter quite a bit.
You mean a fresh player, right?
Or even a disorganized player. Like, I mean, in a public warband, Bez could have popped that M4. If nobody sees as the signal that we need to immediately go and hurt them, then you've got nothing, don't you?
Yeah.
That's just the reality. So this fight finishes off. We're gonna this is my favorite loop. You're all gonna see me do the same shit over and over again. We're now up by 48 kills. Is very good, but you see Order is still getting theirs. You see the kill feed? People stayed there too long. I see Veg Eater getting kills. Great roamer. All right. Who are these guys? Imona. Kite groups. So going up to Manor as Destro from this road, we call it Riverside. Try to create consistent callouts or listen to our other warband leaders, what they do. All right. So I've just been told I lost warband. And I've been told that they're at MS. This is going to be funny. And now I'm being told by more reliable reports that there are 3 of them at MS. And so this is probably me waving my arms and yelling, what the fuck are you calling this out for? So I'm just like, okay, you know what? Back to the original plan. Trust yourselves as warband leaders, even if you're new. Consistent call out, a plan that you're going to play to
are important,
is better than just meandering. Here we go. Starts with a small group. Got a little bit of morales. Go straight for a healer. So you'll see oftentimes in fights, you'll see me turn my camera. I need to, these are tough plays. They're not a weak small man, so we have to be careful, right? But ultimately, numbers game wins out here. We see more behind. Okay, there's a flank. Wolfpack, I think. This is, I'm gonna say, is like a lot of good players in a row coming at us here. This is an easy channel. They're pretty stacked. As you see, immediately they took some deaths. There's no recovering from this because the pressure is going to keep going unless they get help. It's Lasers group. Like, we're not going to stop the pressure. And so the moment that the deaths have started happening, the cascading effect of their loss was inevitable, really. So nothing much to worry about there. We're still hot, playing around. Okay, cool. So with all the reports, I kind of figured, hey, there's more players, and they're probably coming here since Lazarians is communicating, most likely. So I'm saying, hey, let's stop here. I'm thinking that they're going to come from their Warcamp side, the safer route for them, and that we'll be able to ambush them. We are now up by 64 kills, and I think you all will really like this engagement that's coming up. This will show you the difference in power of an organized warband versus anything else, really. The power of positioning, call-outs, and playing. So I'm expecting they're going to come right through this alley that we're looking at. You'll notice Adnai is thinking the same thing. He's already down that alley, scouting, distracting them, right? He's taunting them, but not with the actual ability taunt, right? There's the morale game and the morale game.
Yeah.
So it's a taunt without using the ability. But what is actually happening is they are coming up on the other road, the Riverside alleys, not the Riverside road. And here I'm getting called out. Here, many. Very good. There are many. They are immediately getting hot off of this poor Malolite. Is he gonna live? I hope he lives. He'll probably live. Good job, Malolite. Okay, so first person, you saw immediately what happens in this again. They get punted back. That person's not coming back alive, right? Watch on the right side here. Bye, sucker. And that's a tank. So that's good. Left side is ahead. There's many more coming. What do you think we're going to do? We are going to hit this left side insanely hard right away. Oh, spot the mistake. Okay, we get punted. We have immunities here. Surge, pop quiz, spot the mistake. We're lining up here. We're trying to make this a front to back. This would be a desperate front to back. Mercy's flying up here. Hi, Mercy. We've got a nice little stack here that's not target capped. In the next few seconds, they're going to make a terrible mistake. There it is.
Oh, okay. They just pulled all your DPS.
They pulled 2 tanks, 3 DPS. One of them is a Mara. What do you think is going to happen? Kaboom! And they're dead. And it's over. Okay, so now we've got that front line just evaporated.
I don't think there was just one mistake there.
Yeah, the initial positioning mistake, but to
the mistake was they didn't know you were there. They were chasing that Mara. That's where it started. You had an overextended tank that got punted. He's no use to anybody at that point. If he can make it back, then awesome. But he was separated pretty hard. Then you had their entire warband was strung out along that entire alleyway. A couple more punts went out, separating DPS from tanks and healers.
And then they helped stack our damage by pulling them in.
Yeah, that NG pull was kind of... I'm not really sure who called for that.
Nobody. I'm almost certain nobody called for that.
It was...
The worst thing you can do is pull on somebody who's pushing.
I've not seen a play where a rift or a magnet is used successfully if you are being engaged.
Yeah, if you're squaring up
usually it's usually used when you're trying to chase someone down or pull people out of
disengage or surprise. There's a few things, but that
that was just the icing on the cake. Everything else leading up to that point, yeah, and it wasn't just one thing. It was a lot, but it goes back to they didn't know you were there.
Yeah, part of the
that's where it starts.
I was around there, and that group should have played more cautiously because they knew I was around there. It's normal that you will battle report. Now, I'm here, obviously, like, look, the ability, I'm going to pop here because I see a healer line on my right. They're squaring up over here. These guys, they were behind. And I just want to step back a sec. Like, they're within visual range, right? This might not seem like it's far, but this entire fight is over and they're all dead before those guys ever enter the fray. That's why it's so important to be close, to listen to call outs. Like, things happen in seconds. So here we are back to the chopper pulls.
2
These
GCDs.
Healers are just gonna 2 GCD, exactly right. 2 GCDs. And here we go. And now, like, these folks that just got off their mounts, really a desperate fight. But guess what? There's a warband coming in from the back where I called it. Oh, hello. Group 3 got annihilated. Again, struggles in that group. We had a chance to discuss it. But now we are very hot and our channels are right back up. And there is no chance this warband survives. Surprise, motherfucker. Um, I hit that key by accident. Oh my god. There you go. Sorry, I will improve at recording. Now we've got Weezbiga with the channel. They have no way to CC us out of it. Anyone who got up there, we turned again to clear.
I want to go back. I want to go back to that though, to where it all started happening. So, okay, right here. So I don't know who the warband leader is, but I'm going to say that it's somebody that's
He's
up
right here.
towards the front of the entire group. That entire string of people that are behind him, really, that's what caused everything to go bad. And it's not any one person's fault. The game, because of latency issues and squirrel, it can be difficult to follow your warband leader. But this right here shows the importance of why you need to be on top of your warband leader at all times. Because if they were positioned for this, it would have been completely different.
Yep. 100% agreed. This little gap here is what gave us 60 kills plus.
Right. You guys were already together. Y'all were positioned.
Absolutely berserk, like before anything happens.
And this is just showing your perspective. There have been plenty of times where you were on the other end, where your warband was strung out and you were running into a perfectly positioned warband. It happens. But this is why you need to be with your warband leader.
And we're going to, right now we're looking pretty good. Momentum's definitely on our side. You're going to see momentum's still going to turn in this zone. That's what's amazing about this game. Anywho, so we run them down. You're right. The way that engagement happened went from us getting absolutely rolled because we would have been target capped and the damage would have been overwhelming to what you're seeing on screen now. These things happen and they will happen to you and you'll be on both sides of this. And it's fine. It's about learning. It's about improving, communicating. It's okay. Hey, you're far away from my warband. Come closer. Somebody's struggling too much. So talk to them. Maybe something's going on, or just don't reinvite them.
Right. If you have somebody in your group that's not on the warband leader consistently, just, send them a message. Hey, can you stay on top of this person? And their response should be, okay.
Best advice I ever got was
don't need to.
Best advice. And so now anything that I do, I ask myself, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I don't do that thing.
Now, okay, so you got to remember, we are talking specifically warband play here. We're not talking kite groups. We're not talking small man. We're talking organized versus organized warband play. The strategies is very important for you to be with your warband leader for knocks, for pulls, for CCs, for all of those things that make organized versus organized play manageable.
And if you're going to lead a warband and you have an idea that's different than mine, awesome. You execute on that idea and give it your best go. You might discover the next meta.
I'd love to hear it. We
did
have an episode
answer
about that.
Exactly right. So happens it was kind of recent. The other thing is what we're showing you here is an organized warband. You might not start there, and that's okay too. That's what I mentioned about understanding your warband's capabilities. But this might be intimidating for some people to start this way. Other people might be excited. So Yippie's now got enough people to have a crown. I'm seeing him run it off. I know that they just respawned at MS. And I'm thinking to myself, if I leave him there, I know exactly what's going to happen. So I'm checking the crowns now that I have the crowns. But look at that. We've got a little bit of movement here. We spot a little bit of movement. I thought there's more, but I should have seen because Smoosh is more with the small man. What I'm going to do is I see some on the alley to the right. I'm going to use them as morale bridges, but there's not going to be a big fight here because ultimately there wasn't big numbers.
All right, Bank. I think we got time for one more good engagement. What do you got for us?
Oh, I got a couple for you, but we're about halfway through where this warband was. This was a really interesting one. Actually, we're coming up on the hill. We see order. We're a little look at my warband, look at the map. I'm strung out. Yippie's not there. He's cutting through. I'm like, I check my warband, but I see an opportunity. They're kind of in the middle of the gate, and I kind of want some of that action, but then a lot more can come out, and I'm like, I don't want none of that heat. I back off. What you're gonna see here is us DPS coming off of the line. Ralagut, Demo needs to be up front. He's a healer, but we've got Bouncy's gonna come off. I'm asking them to come off because we can't sustain this damage. We need the tanks to do it. We LOS and let the tanks be up front. And look, all of a sudden they're hurting. They're starting to surround us here. They're starting to surround us, but Yippee comes in right on time and we push. We've survived this. We survived the drop here. We're gonna push. Now, good punt by them because they needed a little bit of breathing room. I cut them off from the other warband leader, and now you see I'm looking at this. This is what I'm eyeing right here: low HP bars and a path to the healers. Low HP bars and a path to the healers is the story of my ROR life. And there you go. That's just taking a very, very bad fight, pulling it back. If the other warband lead had not aggressively come up, we're dead. Obviously, we couldn't have forever out-sustained that, but we bought just enough time that we needed. This guy's up on the fence. I'm on the fence about it. There's another fight I want to show you. This is a good fight. It'll be a nice back and forth. Ultimately, we will be triumphant. And nearer to the end of the evening, folks are getting tired, right? Oh, okay. This I want to show you. It's an extended fight at KA. Why would they set up a KA funnel, right? Well, look at the zone. We're now 250 kills ahead. They're not having a great time in this zone, and they don't have much AO. So this isn't a very good zone. So they set up a funnel, which is the smart thing to do, to say, hey, all of us are going to be here. Come get us. We think we can beat you in a funnel. And they're very strong in that way. So a couple of things. We're going to build. Yippie's already up here in front. I asked for an immediate channel, but you see how hard they push back. And you see this? See this? Anyone who was pugging here just died. Our warband took it easy. We've had a few people leave and be replaced. But look at this stack in front. This is the target capping I was talking about. So my strategy here is chopper pulls. Chopper pulls never fail. I've got three choppers in the group, excuse me, and I've got a knock. So I'm just saying, tanks, get up front, bully them, pull what you can. A tank getting pulled out is huge. That's an M4 that they won't have. You see how much they pop to keep him alive? It's not by accident. And this is just an extended fight. We're going to be chopper pulling. DPS are off the line. You see none of my DPS are up here. My choppas, my DPS are all in the back line. Or middle line, I should say. Tanks here, they're not coming out. They're stopping the push. Oh, you see the damage as soon as we step up? These guys don't mess about. Now they're pushing a little bit. Uh-oh. Immediately with the CCs, immediately with all this stuff, we're cut off the push. I get excited. I want to push. Nope. You saw that? Nope. That was a big time no. I'm CC'd, slowed, everything. I'm going to back off of this. We've got 2 dead, 3 dead coming up. Yeah. We're going to recover. And we continue. Now, we've spent morales. We're going to build them again. Uh-oh. Now they're front line. The angle that I'm getting, I'm not target capped. And I've got bouncy. I've got a few people on the right side here. So there's enough damage coming out that we're getting kills. If we can recover, this makes it into a very winnable position. Uh-oh, we're getting more kills. You see that as they get pulled out and they're no longer part of the stack, they're not target capped, and so the damage coming out to them becomes extreme. Radiac, oh my god, he's so hard to kill, this guy. So I've got Wiesbigger and oppression for the channels. Great calls, and I pull back and again Choppa. Like extended fight here. Oof, with people dying on either side. Group 3, group 3, group 3, group 4, group 2. So much danger. This is on a knife's edge. Pushing it up. You went too far for it. Okay. There we go. Look how well everyone's patient, but all of a sudden you saw the damage their front line took. This is the opportunity we channel. Uh-oh. The CC, not enough. We had immunities. Too many people died. Get to the chopper from the middle of their lines. These guys aren't target capped. We're backing up a little bit, but now M4s come out and we're going to have the advantage. Desperate push, very strong push by Mercy here. He's on his main now. But that ain't going to work. The entire line gets cut off and killed, and now you see the results. So he opened up a path, and that the Red Sea parted and immediately drowned them. So the rest is just the inevitable cleanup. I want to show you one last fight, and this is actually going to be near the time where I called the Warband, so I think it'll be great. Now I've lost a lot of players. A lot of people in the zone have lost. Different players on the Warband. Some aren't as like not just momentum, but they're not as warmed up as the others. You see, these are massive pushes. So my idea here is now it's our turn to set up a funnel. The zone, they're catching up. We're only 240 kills ahead. Their patience is going to win them the zone, because I'm going to log out, by the way. So I'm going to set up my favorite funnel. Not here. Over here in the alleys. We're going to win this fight. I'm going to kind of win this fight. So now, again, we're at a disadvantage. Dying a lot, getting pulled. And you see all of a sudden the kills, it's 180 now. Uh-oh. We're kind of back and forth. We don't want to back and forth here. We still do good pushes. They went through our M4s. Like, the momentum has shifted. And that's important. It's okay to recognize a zone like that. Okay, so here we go. I'm setting up this funnel because I'm seeing like it's not going to work at the Warcamp side. We've got a few easy bites here. Still, now we're only 120 kills ahead, so they are catching up fast. The momentum has shifted completely. I've Yippee behind me, and I'm trying to get, but I'm seeing their movement, and I'm like, what's going on? Uh-oh. I see the other Warband leader's marker up there, and he just pushed. And he just got pretty much decimated. And that's, I'm going to turn around. That's exactly what they were waiting for, because we're using Weezbiga to escape. Surprise, motherfucker. Tough boys are here. There's no escape. Ridiak in the middle of, we're not going to kill him. He's a warrior priest. He's unkillable, this guy. There's no chance. Now we're getting hit from both sides. And I said, okay, look, momentum is gone. Our effectiveness is gone. We gotta, like, I think it's a good time to call it. I had lost a few players. People need to go to sleep. I have some folks from the EU that is very late for them. So that's where it ended up. Overall, good warband. We ended up well ahead. The zone was still well ahead when we left it. Ultimately, once Bebop or some, I got a couple reses and I was like, nah. Nah. But this is, you see, almost the same warband, same idea, same zone, same opponents. Things change a lot with momentum. Things change a lot. And yeah, there's so much going on.
It's a constant back and forth. Kills. It's a constant back and forth. It can be one person logging in can make all the difference, or playing, switching to a different character can change a lot. So yeah, so a lot of fun warbands. We hope putting a visual to it helped everyone. We talked so much about it. If there's anything you feel like we've missed or clarifications that you want, I want to see you in the comments in there. I want to hear you commenting on my clearly S tier plays. Kidding. Yeah.
Tons of mistakes.
I also want to point out that, you know, some people's names were called out, but that doesn't mean that we were calling them out as a good or a bad player. Like, there are a lot of good plays that happened in this in these clips, and there were a lot of mistakes that were happening on basically everybody's part. The battlefield is very fluid and very fast, and sometimes you can't get all the information as it's happening. It's really easy for us to pick apart this video and rewind it and watch it and rewind it and watch it and just pick out every single little thing that happens. That does not mean that we do not respect all the players on both sides.
And honestly, I've kept it positive and not trying to be positive. It's genuine. These folks that I fight on the other side are amazing players, and today's rivals
good
are
people.
tomorrow's allies, and very good people. And so honestly, we fight these same folks night after night, week after week. If they weren't fun or great competitors or very, very strong players, this just wouldn't be as fun. And so, folks, anyone who I've called out of genuine respect for you. Everybody I've called out here is because I respect you as a player. Really, like fun evenings like that where we just go back and forth and slaughter each other. That's what it's all about, right? And I think for me as a warband lead in that position, being able to have that kind of content for the amazing players on this server, and like I wouldn't be able to do this without a million of things of support. So as we're wrapping up our episode here, like the first thing I want to say is if you're thinking about warband leading, do it. Come talk to me. You'll need some support. Find some good friends, guildies, or people that you get along with great. Throw them an assist when you form that warband. Tell them what their tasks are. They'll help you out. We'll get into that a lot more in our series about warband leading. But
Yes,
if this has piqued your interest, I absolutely want to hear from you. 100% there to help you out, whether you're wanting to lead on Order or Destro. Very, very happy to help you. Guaranteed you, there's a bunch of other people that also want to. To me, it's one of the funnest things in the game. It doesn't have to be to you. But we hope that this footage, kind of this approach, we want to hear your feedback on it because we haven't done a footage review like this before. And I want to hear what we got right and maybe what we could improve as well.
for sure. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. That's going to wrap up this episode of the Warcamp Broadcast. If you have anything you want to contribute to this conversation, please let us know down in the comments. We respond to and read every single comment every single day.
And as we said, this is going to be a series on warband leading. We look forward to your comments. I'll remind you to do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, comment, get your friends to do it too. And we'll see you in the comments. We'll have a lot of fun. We really appreciated your time and hope you enjoyed the episode.
Break the meta, play for fun. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.